All right, what's going on, everybody? Another day in paradise. Here we are. The public perception is shifting. So I'm going to talk about Drake. Gonna milk this Drake stuff, this Drake content, so to speak, and because it's relevant, it's congruent and relevant to the discussion because there's a bigger issue at play. It's not just a rap battle, contrary to popular belief. It's just two rappers going back and forth, blah, blah, blah. No, no. This is bigger than that. This is because there's a fear of the rising mulatto class. And Drake represents mulatto excellence because of his mutability, palatability, his marketability, because he's at the top and they want to humble him. They want to break him. They want to pull him down. So I've been sharing a lot of stuff on my community wall over here on YouTube, but definitely way more so on X. So I've collected a lot of, commentary and videos and stuff like that over on X. And I want to share some of that stuff over here with you guys on YouTube. Because really on X, that's where I'm seeing the discussion being had, where it's like, as I put the name of the title, the public perception is shifting. A lot of people are starting to call out K-Dork and his sycophants and meat writers and fanboys, all the kids, to pretend that he's pro-black, right? This black consciousness, pro-black, fake pro-black shit. These internet kind of scammers with Kendrick, the whole Kendrick crowd, right? Wifing up a mixed race queen, not even wifing up, it's just baby mama. Been engaged since 2016, doesn't want to call her his actual wife. And we see that as a trend. I mean, it's very common with us here. Guys, I'm the most vocal one out here on this, right? One minute they say, mulatto vanguard, you're against mulatto women. You don't like mulatto or mixed race women. That's what they say on one side. But then they turn around and then they say, "Oh, mulatto vanguard, you're a simp and incel, and you cuck for mixed race women." It's like, can you guys just all agree on, on one thing? All the haters, all the trolls, can you just stick to one thing? Because they try to take both sides of the argument. They say I don't like mulatto women, but then they say I simp for mulatto women. It's like, what the hell? Make up your mind, guys. Make up your mind. So I got a lot to cover. I'm gonna do this like couple streams, part two, or whatever, for this. Tomorrow I'm gonna do something a little different on my other channel. Something I'm gonna talk about Russell Vaught in the Office of Business and Management. So something a little more serious over on the other channel tomorrow. Just gotta kind of finalize the notes. But for right now, this evening, I want to talk some Drake talk because I've been sharing a lot of shit, not only on X, my community wall, also on TikTok as well. TikTok. Shout out to Daisy. I mean, TikToker, Dominican lady, and she's like a diehard kind of ride or die type of chick for Drake, for Drizzy. And me and her, a lot of discourse on TikTok and even Instagram, because we're mutuals there as well, have we've been exchanging notes with this whole Drake thing. So it's like a Dominican woman. You got Latina women, and that's the thing. Like it's always been that way. I've known that. I'm from Cali. I'm a Cali dude, and so I've always known that. It's like, man, the Latina women are gonna bang hard for you if they like you. And I'm seeing that like with the Drake thing, where it's like they got Latina women that are banging hard for Drake. So where do I start? Because I got so much shit to cover. Shout out to Renata Malata, of course. One of the best out here, advocate. Shout out to you. We got a Blaxican guy in the house. Shout out to you. What's up? And then we got Gary. Shout out to you. They claim you hate mulatto women, but you are always showing them love. Yeah. There's a couple, there's like a lesbian, lady, the future is golden, who created a whole Discord server and she's trying to convince these women that I don't like mulatto women. But at the same time, you got other people who are sitting there telling me, or not telling me, not personally me, but they're spreading this like message out there that I like simp and cuck for mixed women. I just uploaded a video saying publicly that, yeah, I pedestalize mulatto women. Yeah, of course, I pedestalize them. But how is that like cucking or simping or some shit like that? Like, they can't make up their minds. And I say, like, if they want to prove these women, if they want to prove they're black by having a dark skinned man's kids, okay, that's fine. Have fun. I don't care. It's not my business. But when you're a baby mama out here from a dark skinned dude and you're talking shit on mulatto men, I mean, you know, you think I'm not going to sit there and laugh at your ass? Because those are the main shit talkers who hate on me. They all have something in common. They got kids by a dark skinned guy, and the dark skinned guy's not paying their bills, like their baby mamas and shit. And I'm sitting there like, why are you hating on me? Go talk to your baby daddy. I don't give a shit about you. But this is the false narratives and allegations and all this other weird shit. This is the internet. This is social media land. So people can kind of make up their own reality. So like I said, where am I going to start? I got a lot of shit to cover, but I might break this down to kind of two parts. Let's see how it goes. Let me start out with this. Basically, my commentary or caption here for this I found on X, I put "you mulatto men better recognize," because I'm speaking specifically to the men who try to, think they're down with the community because they're siding with Kendrick over Drake. It's bigger than just the little style of rap. If you like this rapper, his, hooks or his, because even with the intro music, I played some metal shit. I played some Brazilian metal artists. I didn't play, any hip hop shit for the intro. I'm very eclectic in my music selection. And I fuck with Drake. I like Drake's music, but I like classical jazz, blues, all this stuff. I like a very, wide range of genres that I listen to. But I see some of these cats who are mulatto who are like siding with Kendrick and they don't understand like the undertones and implications. Like, you're siding with someone who's anti-mulatto male. Like, you know, eventually a lot of you guys are you're gonna recognize. Puts here, imagine getting this much fake love. And this is like a black woman. What appears to me, Harriet Eve 9, appears the picture, you can call her MGM or brown skin, whatever the hell you want to call her. To me, I'm looking at her, she looks like a black woman. Okay. Okay. Imagine getting this much fake love from the music industry. And it's fake love. That's critically important. Now, the screenshot, let me scroll down because this is like at the Grammy Awards, I believe. Yeah, when he got his acceptance, he got his Grammys and all this. He's supposedly anti-industry. That's how they market him. They market him as being this anti-industry guy who's down with the struggle. He's with the slaves in the field, dancing and singing for their white massa, right? That's how he presents himself as this dark-skinned savior. They call him Kendrick Luther King, like that's how he's marketed. He's always been marketed as this consciousness rapper from the hood, down with the struggle. Like his relevancy, you guys notice that he's got to attack a mulatto man to be relevant in 2024, 2025. You notice that he's not going to challenge Eminem. This dark skin, he knows his place. He's not going to challenge that precious white man. He knows his place. He knows who's buttering his bread, who's giving him all those awards. It's not the mulatto man giving him all those awards, the Grammys, and all that. No, it's his massa. He knows his place. My goal, my position here with social media is to let these mulattoes know, look at the notes. I mean, look at the receipts, look at the evidence. You do it, the research for yourself. Don't take my word for it. I tell people every day, I'm not special. I don't even know why you want to listen to me or like and subscribe and share. Like, I never jumped my ass up here to get this social media clout. To like, my whole thing is we need our own shit. We need our own spaces. We need our own voices. Okay. Establish our own tribe. It's been long overdue. You guys want to go out here and pretend like you're a black just like them, like the Kendrick people. And then guess what? Look what they do. They try to get clout off of you. because you get a lot of shine, because you get famous, and they want to kick you out of blackness. And I'm sitting there like, you guys, I figured all this shit out 6 years ago. So I'm kind of late bloomer, I guess you can say. 2019. I publicly expressed my epiphany moment within this kind of rising mulatto consciousness. There's people out here on Facebook and Instagram or YouTube, whatever, who have been spreading awareness or advocacy, however you want to put it, way before me. Biracial awareness is one of them. There's others, even in the UK, like Miranda and all these other people. There's others who've been doing this way before me. But my whole thing out here is like, you guys better fucking wake up, man. Like, you gotta wake up. You know, if you still want to sit here and pretend like this is your group and you're mulatto, I don't know what to tell you. So she says, imagine getting this much fake love from the music industry. And he's anti-industry, right? Only because you teamed up with the music industry. And remember, he's anti-industry, isn't he? He's consciousness. He's in the field, dancing and singing in the field, right? His mixed race baby mama, damn near white baby mama, but he's in the field with all you dark skins. And like I said, I did on my other stream, I shouted out the lady, Rashida Strober, I believe her name is Rashida Strober. She has like dark skin TV, or she's like a dark skin activist or whatever. And shout out to her because from what people shared with me, she called it out like years ago when Kendrick Lamar had a music video called "The Blacker the Berry," trying to say, "Oh, he's so black and he's black and black and black," but yet his baby mama's a damn near white woman, mixed race, whatever you want to call her. Like, you look at her, she's not black. Well, she got two black parents. No, the fuck she doesn't. She has two mixed parents. And those European genes are mighty strong. That's why I love about this whole the black gene is dominant. You people are only fooling yourselves with that Eve gene pseudoscience bullshit. Those white genes, those European genes are mighty strong. When you not only look at Drake, but when you look at Whitney, Kendrick Lamar's baby mama, and you wonder why he chose her, right, to be his baby mama. Like, those European genes are mighty strong. She is not, nobody on the African continent would call that lady black. I've been to at least one country. I've been to Ghana. I'm just letting you know, nobody, no self-respecting African on the motherland, the continent, would call Kendrick Lamar's baby mama. They would not call her black. That's a white lady. They will literally say she's white. They won't even say she's mixed or mulatto, whatever. And they have the terminology that's in their culture because there's a history of mulattoes in the Gold Coast, etc. But they'll just say she's white. And they wouldn't be wrong for saying that because she looks mostly white. She looks more white than black. And that's why Kendrick chose her. That's why Kendrick cheats on her with these other European women in Denmark. Right? You guys get it? But the thing is, he had to go after a biracial man who he couldn't compete with. Right? Beyonce's dancing to it, Blue Ivy rapping it, Taylor Swift is dancing to it. Remember, Kendrick did a collab with Taylor Swift. But remember, he's like anti-industry. And he's a real rapper from the hood, right? He's not a pop star. Kendrick, Lil K Dork, he's not a pop star. He's a real authentic rapper. You know, he's a real authentic rapper. But he's doing collabs with Taylor Swift, who is the most basic, plain Janes you're ever gonna fucking find on the market. I couldn't believe it. I even saw like in one of those, I did a live stream. I don't remember when, whatever. I forget a lot of this shit out here, especially on YouTube. And yeah, I did like they doing like comparisons. Like, oh, Taylor Swift at the top, Asian women, B tier. And they're like the mulatto woman is S tier. But what I talked about is how they differentiated mulatto from African American. I was like, okay, they got one thing right, but they put the mulatto woman all the way down here, like Zoe Kravitz. I'm like, shit, to me, she's up top. And they use Taylor Swift to represent like Anglo women. I'm like, bro, Taylor Swift. Even other white guys were kind of calling out on that thread. They're like, you got the most basic fucking plain Jane possible. whatever. So shout out to Archangel. He put this comment here. Wants to call Drake a colonizer, but then accepts awards from colonizers, plural, right? For validation is crazy. I mean, the hypocrisy is out of this world. I'm going to share a couple clips and videos that I've kind of collected that goes further deeper into that. But it's fucking crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, this guy needs like accolades and acceptance from all these white people. Even the picture, the image here, he's got his head down, you know, and I don't know who this is next to him. And then all these people here, like, man, what they call that, skinning and grinning. Is that what they say? It's like this guy is completely propped up by the whole apparatus. The whole machine is propping him up, right? Damn. So that's just one. That is just one. I covered a couple other ones. Let me see if I can find them because I share a lot of stuff on this community wall, communitar wall. We got this one right here. Makes you wonder. You guys can all see that. Says, yeah, they not like us, right? Because Drake ain't black because his mama Jewish. And he half white and he eat lots. He put lots of bagels. And he grew up in a white Jewish community. That's what some of these blacks are telling you. Not saying all. I'm not saying all. Because I'm seeing a shift now. And I respect and I gotta give a shout out and acknowledge when I see the shift going on where people are realizing this Kendrick guy is a fucking fraud. He represents the culture and the struggle. You look at him, his white baby mama. Fuck out of here. He's a dark skinned, pro black advocate, and he got a white woman to be his baby mama. You motherfucking scammers, man. You ain't fooling me. And he eats lots of bagels. And Drake, he grew up in white folks. He didn't grow up in the hood. He ain't from Compton where he could get this white woman from the hood. They went to high school together. That's what they're saying with K Dork, right? With his baby mama. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar, wife, half white. I mean, bro, you look at her. Like I'm saying, even if she goes to like Italy or Greece, they're gonna think she's one of their people. Nobody in Africa would claim her as being. You look at them side by side, like there's like nobody would claim her as black. It's only in America where they pull this shit, this one drop rule shit, which is literally getting dismantled right before your eyes. Okay. I'm just one guy. I have a voice, and trust me, I got haters. Even one of the ladies out there in the UK we were talking, consulting behind the scenes about a month ago, whatever. I talked to this lady and she's even brought to my attention, like, you got a lot of haters. Like, yeah, you're right. Because I got the biggest voice out here. Of course. Of course. When you have the largest voice and people are motivated and inspired by what you're saying, you're damn right. People are going to hate. That's par for the course. So, and she puts, or he puts, yeah, Kendrick Lamar wife half white, Serena Williams husband, yeah, she's married to a white guy, and she was crip walking or doing a really dumb dance. She was so energized and enthusiastic. This is at the Super Bowl, right? They not like us. They not like us. And then like this is her husband. She lays in bed with every night. She has mixed kids, and it's because see, this is like her placement holder. This dorky Breitbart guy right here. She's married to. But I think Drake was that. This is his ex. Drake was with Rihanna. Drake was with Serena Williams. He was with like the top notch kind of women of other spheres, actors, athletes, movie stars, all that. And you can say what you want. He knocked up an Instagram model. I don't give a damn. That's his business. I don't care. Some French lady who's like an IG model, whatever. I don't care. The dude has a fucking private jet. He flies around the world, does shows in Australia. He lives a lifestyle 99.9% of people on the planet would never understand. So, whatever. And then the guy puts here their children. He puts half breeds. This guy, he uses that term a lot. That's why I don't like this guy. But this post he made, I agree with this post. And he puts, make it make sense. Who is the they and who is the us? Y'all blacks just weird and make up rules as y'all go along. And he's a black. The guy put this post, he's a dark skinned black. But he's hated in social media because he calls out the hypocrisy of these Afrocentrics and pro, dark skinned community people, right? Because remember, this is pro dark skin community, right? Light skins are just subordinates. They don't get it. Like they have to create their own identity. Don't come up here and try to steal the identity of mulattoes because you have guys like me who are gatekeepers. Like, you're not one of us. You call me racist or anti-black and all this, or you want to be white. I don't care. You people, look, I'm letting you know you're not one of us. Okay. Letting you know right now, there's a criteria we have established over here around these parts. Okay. And let me just leave it at that because I will go into that later. But yeah, this is interesting. Very interesting. What else we got? Another K Dork post. Kendra just opened her mouth. Somebody go give her a Grammy right now. Look at that. And I put here, he's anti-industry, woke, DUI, right? D pause, DEI, not DUI. Diversity, equity, inclusion, pro-whack rapper. He needs the colonizer's validation. How does this guy stomach this shit? How does he feel like he's like accomplished something? With my page refreshed. Let me go. Yeah. How does this guy stomach this and feel like he's accomplished something out here? And you're looking at it like, bro, you need white people for validation to give these awards and accolades. But his whole brand is about being a conscious rapper. He's rapping for the dark skinned people that are struggling in America. But his baby mama's a white woman. You knuckleheads can call her black all you want, but the eyes don't lie. When we will look at Whitney, when all the real black people, continental Africans, they look at her, they're gonna say she's white. She's not a black woman. Now, if I was her, you just claim to be mulatto. That is a racial identity. That is a ethnic group, a culture, a race, a class that is independent from black. But she can't do that because she has kids with a dark skinned black guy. And that's what you find when you deal with these individuals. When they start a family with a dark skinned black guy, they have to mold into that culture. That's the culture they adopt now. I get it. I see it. Like on social media, trust me, I've been here for almost 3 years now. And that's it. That's the group you want to prove your blackness and you want acceptance and to fit in with them. And for these women, they know that their pathway to blackness is to have kids by a dark-skinned black guy and have mostly their black kids. They can call their kids Griffs all they want, that their kids are mixed or whatever. They're basically black. Okay. And I have a couple people who will argue with me, but I feel like most of you mulatto men and women, you know what I'm saying is the real deal. I see based off your engagement, your commentary, you guys know what I'm saying is the truth. There's a couple people who they don't like it because it hits home. It's too true. It's too real. That's what it is. Right? Where else do I go from there? Let me see. I think I did that one and then yeah. I got a lot of stuff to share. I just shared something like a couple hours ago, actually. This one right here, 4 hours ago. Kendrick Lamar is an industry plant, a pro black gimmick. I'm happy that people are starting to see it and call it for what it is. There is a shift occurring within the public consciousness. So I kind of titled the stream based off that. My observation, what I'm seeing. Let me read this. I found this on X. Like I said, a lot of the findings I'm going to share with you guys here is based off on X. Someone puts here, I've never seen a more blatant industry plant in my life. Wrapping all this consciousness shit and never actually does anything. Has an opportunity to uplift black people with the many songs he has, and instead chose to align with the industry to put down another black man at the Super Bowl. Now, I don't agree with that. And there's a lot of commentators that are kind of one dropping Drake as a black man. I don't agree with that, but neither here or there. The fact is, people are starting to see that Kendrick Lamar is a fraud. And I want to highlight that. All the TDE on the bandwagon, too. UMG was a Universal Music Group paying for all these clowns, bots to try to take Drake and Nicki's spot, and they never will, right? And they're paying for numbers, they're paying for bots. I mean, they got a whole machine and apparatus behind them to try to prop up this. There's a whole lot of stuff. Like, I'm not even going to share that right now, but I've on my X, I've kind of reposted some videos about that, and on TikTok as well. But they got a whole machine, the Universal Music Group, to like prop up Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, to make it seem like it's more popular than it is. And nobody even likes, like, with the song, all they're talking about is this A minor. That's like the whole, like, what they call, like the note, if I can say that. That's like the whole like shtick of the whole track. False allegations, no actual receipts, nothing's been proven. That's it. Like, it's fucking insane. But it's all defamation of character assassination. To take a man down because he's at the top, and that's like a sport to a lot of people, especially the bottom dwellers. It's a sport. And you can't fake greatness. You can't bot influence. You can't force people to like some shit. Like, they're trying to like you. They're trying to force you to like the whole Not Like Us. We're like, bro, where's the receipts of this shit? You can't just say this dumb fake shit and expect everybody to kind of like click onto it and sing along. Like, wait a second, this doesn't make sense. You're doing a little too much here, a little extra. Not a little, a lot extra, right? And it's backfiring because their credibility is going to be tarnished. All these people who co-signed it, their credibility is going to be completely fucking tarnished into the future. They might have a laugh right now, but into the future, their credibility is completely going to be fucking tarnished. Kendrick was, I think he meant to put plausible. He put passable until he said that PDF shit. Right, right. It's all character assassination. After that, I'll never listen again. The cult members can enjoy that garbage. Can't think of a bigger hoe move than to call someone the most heinous shit on earth because you're jealous. Loser ass industry plant. Imagine, yeah. Yeah, it's the ultimate character assassination to destroy a man's credibility is to say that he's quote unquote talking to young girls, and they never provide evidence or receipts, false allegations. This is all part of the character assassination plot. And this is becoming more prominent as we see with African American fringe groups, these Afrocentrics and pro LGBT types in their group. There's a connection there. If they're pro black and they're pro LGBT, I'm not saying all of you guys, but you guys got to call them out. It's on you. We're going to put the accountability on you to call them out because they're out here running sabotage campaigns, and it's really getting really ugly. And they're making themselves look really dumb in the process. Like, how are you going to try to trick the public? You're going to have a large task in front of you to try to convince everybody he's a bad guy. Don't listen to him. Don't deal with him. Like, people like Drake, people like Drake. Even with a guy like me, people like me, I don't know why. I tell people, like, I'm not the nicest guy. I'm not the smartest, not the best. But, you know, people are going to like me regardless. And then you look at this, like, someone generated some AI images of Kendrick, little K Dork, being pulled on strings like a puppet, which is very accurate. Now, I didn't create these images. I didn't use AI to create these images. I utilize UI, but for my business, for work. I don't never use any AI for any of this internet YouTube shit or social media. I just straight up just find images or comments or commentary I can kind of, comment on. But these AI images are kind of funny. I found these on X, someone else posted, so I just brought them over here. And look at some stats we got right here, which you guys can all read that later. I just kind of biased, but it's funny at the same time. It's very accurate. You the black messiah wifing up a mixed queen and hit vanilla cream to help out with your self-esteem, right? Talking about little dark skin K Dork, right? Drake's laughing at him, you know. That's it. I got some other shit I want to share with you guys, but shout out to Renata Mulata. Let me see. She puts here, most people only know of Kendrick because of his beef with Drake. What will he do now? Being a one hit wonder whose success came from dissing someone rather than showcasing his own talent. Exactly. That whole Super Bowl shit, be like he was hinting about or singing not like us. That was the highlight of his entire Super Bowl. And the sad part is, as I share with you guys, where you had this mulatto woman, Amala, who like record, or she had her friend record her in a bar. They were somewhere in a bar in the halftime show, and she was singing it. And I'm like, God damn. I had to unfollow her on principle. It sucks because I like her. I like she's very pretty mulatto woman. I don't agree with her politics. I know she's just basically a grifter, but she was singing that thinking she's cool, like it's in the culture, it's a hip thing to do. You're surrounded by all the whites and you want to act cool, and it's so cringy. It's expected though. It's expected. I see someone like her, Amala. It's expected. I wasn't surprised, honestly. I was kind of like let down. I was like, let me just unfollow this bitch because you're just wasting my time. Like, you want to hate on this mulatto man and you want to like sing a song talking shit about him for what? For like a little Instagram story reel in front of white people? Like, for what? Like, you don't think the other men out here were gonna look at that and notice that and see that? And that's what it is. Like, you put right here, like dissing. He could have. The whole highlight of the Super Bowl halftime show was to talk shit about Drake. Nobody even cared about any of those other songs, all the other weak shit that Kendrick was spouting out. Nobody cared. It's a majority white audience in North America and the NFL. Like, you're trying to talk about the symbolism. I was going to talk about that as well. Like, it's funny how they're talking about, oh, you don't understand the symbolism with Kendrick. But weren't these the same people, the former slaves, who were talking about how they're tired of symbolism? They want tangibles. Tangibles 2020. We want reparations. We don't want symbolism. Joe Biden got in office, said, fuck you hoes. You're going to take this symbolism, shut the fuck up and like it. Because the Mexicans are going to take your spot. He gave him a Juneteenth. Remember that? Symbolism. You get a day off of work. You get Juneteenth. Symbolism, right? See, they complained about that. They wanted tangibles. But when Kendrick Lamar, their dark-skinned savior, was at the Super Bowl because he's hating on a mulatto man, you mulattoes better wake up and smell the fucking coffee, right? This dark skin in front of his white masses on the plantation, literally football. It's a plantation spectacle. He's on the field, the halftime show, talking shit about a mulatto man. All of a sudden, the dark skinned community, they love symbolism all of a sudden. You just don't understand the symbolism with the American flag, and there were all black performers, and you don't understand. See, they love the symbolism now. But when it came time to the reparations checks, they're like, we're not going to give you people a dime. You're going to take a national holiday that everybody else gets off as well. You're going to shut the hell up and like it. Then they want to cry and whine. You guys see the hypocrisy with this shit. My whole thing is, look, my audience, I've never shied away from the fact that my goal is to speak to mulattoes. I got Blaxicans, mulattas, mulattoes, patriarchy strikes back. I've never shied away from the fact that the people I'm speaking to primarily, I'm trying to engage with mulattoes here. Is it public? I'm live, baby. Public. Everyone's tuning in, listening in. It's all good. But I primarily want the mulattoes to understand. You guys see what's going on socially, this at the highest level within our society, at the NFL, the highest political levels, and how this is being orchestrated, this anti-mulatto narrative where they want to destroy a man with false allegations. They want to destroy the mulatto consciousness growing. You guys, and I have faith in my audience specifically, you guys are smart enough to see what's going on. So you put, I saw a quote saying all Kenny ever talks about is being black. That's why Drake said, we get it. We got it. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. We get that you like, yeah, I remember that from the Family Matters. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's all he talks about. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. He's got a mixed race baby mama and shit. But that's his whole shtick, his gimmick, is that he's blacker than the biracial guy. That's that only works against a guy like Drake. Nobody else cares. That's why he can't pull that shit with Eminem, because he'll get his ass took. Little dark-skinned Kendrick Lamar, he can't pull that shit on Eminem. He knows he'll get served, right? They only pull that shit with mulatto, and that's because mulattoes try to be down with them in their community. That's what it is, right? I mean, for the mulatto women, if they got kids by them and that group and that community, see, it's for them. It's difficult. I get it. That's why I'm kind of like walking a thin line in an aspect where it's like a lot of those women, they tune in, they like my content, they engage in the conversation. I get it. I respect the women. I like a lot of them. I do like them, but they got kids by a black guy. I get it. Like they want to fit into that group. But, moving forward, okay, for these generations to come, they're going to realize that they're not the same people. Okay. We're not people over here. We're not trying to fit in with that group. They're anti-mulatto man. Not saying all, but with this whole Kendrick fiasco, those who side with Kendrick, they've literally laid it out that they're anti-mulatto man. So you put yeah. Shout out to you, DC. Let me see what I got. Okay, and I got something interesting. Got what's this cat's name? Umar Johnson, who I've met publicly. This guy wants to question Drake's blackness. I got a kick out of this because this guy acts like he's the authority on blackness. This scammer, Umar. This is kind of funny. Check this out.
Drake, I need you to clarify whether or not you are a black man.
For my brother Drake, I need you to clarify whether or not you are a black man. In the title puts here Dr. Umar with a warning for Drake. Are you a black man, Drake? Oh, you the CDO father. Your daddy black, so you black, right? I claim you. You a mixed race African. I want to use you against them white folks. I'm begging and kissing their butt. Every fucking pro whack is a scammer. They all serve whites. The mulattoes are the ones who are the knuckleheads who don't get it. They're still stuck. And I see that on TikTok too, especially these younger generation of mulattoes like Gen Z, whatever. Like they still think if they just bang harder, they can prove to the Bantus, the darkskins, that they're, a good one. Let me just challenge Mulatto Vanguard. Let me just critique him. You can't critique shit, ho. None of you people critique anything, anyways. All you do is ad hominem attacks, false allegations. Like you people have nothing. None of you guys argue any of my philosophies or talking points or rhetoric. None of it. It's all like weird troll shit or just straight up fake false allegations. You guys don't have anything. That's like I already beat all you fucking hoes. It's ridiculous at this point.
Some people are claiming my brother Drake, who I love and respect. My brother Drake, who I love and respect. Some people is claiming that you embrace.
Some people are claiming. You're listening to some people. No, it's him. It's because they want to basically continue this whole hazing process of trying to get these mulattoes to prove that they're black. Just donate to his school. Donate to this dark-skinned guy's school and he'll shut the hell up. What it is he has a lot of colorist kind of insecurities of himself because his father is lighter skinned than him. Remember, his father, who he doesn't like, has green eyes and brown skin. And that's why this guy suffers a lot. This Dr. Umar guy. Like I said, I met the guy. He wasn't mean to me. I'm going to be 100. He was nice to me. Okay. And I was in a different point in my life during that time. This is 2016. So literally, guys, 9 years ago, I met Dr. Umar. in Long Beach. And but like I'm saying, like he's sitting there like, oh, some people are talking to me. Some people, you're listening to some people. You're on the internet. You know, a lot of people are full of shit on the like just the lies and slander. Even with him, even with Umar, I won't go so far. Some people they'll spread crazy conspiracies or slander about him. I don't go far like that. You know, and especially you got these trolls, no name accounts, or you got catfishers and a bunch of weird sex deviates and fruitcakes who are like making shit up. Like, so I sympathize with Umar. I understand like with social media, like, and you're a public guy, your face is out here, people are going to kind of try to attack you and your character. But he's talking about some people are telling him, no, it's a personal thing with him because these pro blacks Afrocentrics, they want to use mulattoes, okay, for their benefit to get resources from white people. The jig is up. I don't they still think they can try this shit. You saw that with shout out to Creole Lady Marmalade, who uploaded a video with her commentary of some guy who was basically trying to like talk publicly talking about how we can use these mulattoes to identify with us and get resources from them and shit. They're very bold in public with this now because they see that you guys don't even advocate for your own tribe. You don't even advocate like, and there's so much infighting. It makes it easy for these saboteurs and Afrocentrics to like destabilize our spaces because there's so much infighting with mulattoes, right? And everyone's jockeying for position and stuff to be like there's so much infighting you make it easy for these Afrocentrics. That's the crazy part. It's too easy for them to come up in here and sabotage. Like you have to let it be known. Look, you're not one of us. I don't care. You say you're mixed race, whatever you are. You're not mulatto. Your daddy was a mulatto. Go over there with them. You're not one of us. Okay. And a lot of these mulattoes, they can't do that. They can't put their foot down. They don't want to exclude people. What it is because they've been excluded their whole life from blacks and whites and everyone else, you know, claiming that they're different. So a lot of mulattoes, like they're very altruistic. They feel a certain way about that. And so then they create a space and then they just bring everybody in. That's been the main thing, the main issue. And you make it way too easy for these saboteurs to try to fuck our shit up. Like you should know this is like an outside person. They're not one of us. They're not mulatto. You're listening to them. You're looking at them, their little troll account as like a credible source of information. You guys got my fucking email. You guys can jump on Instagram and message me. You know where to find me. I'm very easy to find. But instead of contacting me, you want to go to some other source who's not one of us. I mean, we got to question that. A lot of people they make it too easy for these saboteurs to come up in here and stir up shit. It's just way too easy for them at the moment. But we're gonna change that. We are gonna change that for sure.
A mixed race identity, that you do not embrace a black first identity. So I have to ask my brother Drake to clear the record for me, Dr. Umar E5.
You guys got to prove to Dr. Umar a black first identity. He's in his car while Drake is in a mansion. You know, like Drake is just so much. But see, they still try to pull rank with that black shit, trying to pull rank when Drake is like private jets, multimillionaire, but he still thinks he's special. That's that whole Kendrick thing where Kendrick is a minimal little rapper and he still thinks he's so much better than Drake because the whole white industry is propping him up and all the poor blacks that, you know, are racist. Not I'm saying all of them are racist, but I'm saying the ones who support Kendrick are racist, pro dark skin, are giving Kendrick support with this fake pro black shit. And they know is a lie. You know, it's like they still try to pull rank on you when you're like financially better than them. Everything about you is better than them. Your numbers, Drake, everything. But they still try to pull rank. It's crazy. Like the ego of some of these guys.
Tunde. Maybe we can have a sit down when I come to Toronto, October 5th and 6th. But I need you to clarify that for me, Brother Drake. Brother Drake, I need you to clarify. Are you a black first black man? Or do you identify as mixed race? Or do you identify as untouchable first? Do you primarily identify as an untouchable? Do you identify as mixed race, or are you a black first black man? I need to know this, my brother Drake. I need to know this, my brother Drake. You have to clarify this for me. Some people believe you only claim black when it's convenient. Some people believe you only claim to be black when it's convenient. I've never seen you do that, but I don't follow you that closely. I don't follow Kendrick that closely. I don't follow none of the modern era rappers that closely. Most of my favorite rappers are in the 80s and the 90s. So out of respect for my brother Drake, who I will consider to be an African, who I will consider to be my brother until he says otherwise. But my concern with my brother
He considers Drake to be his African, his brother. What do you guys have to say about that?
Drake, you've been at the forefront for a long time, and we should clearly know what you identify as.
You've been at the forefront for a very long. You see, that's what it is, because you're not in the shadows where you're giving some dark skin all the praise. You're at the forefront. You're getting all this attention, light skinned mulatto man. So now we gotta G check you, and we gotta remind you that us at the bottom, the ones struggling, right? Struggling for white acceptance, we gotta remind you, are you down with us? You gonna help us get more benefits, more bennies? We're like, what? This is the game. The mulattoes get placed in this subordinate class, proving themselves. And it's gonna be, forever basically. Like, didn't Drake have a music video? Was it called God's Plan? He's handing out millions of dollars to dark skinned black people in Florida. That's not good enough. Like, it's never good enough for your mulatto. They want you for, eternity to be in servitude to darker skinned people. This is it. Like, this is it. Okay. And for the biracial baby mama, okay, her pathway into that acceptance is to have a dark skinned guy's kids. That's how they prove themselves. So they don't have to give a damn dime. They just sit back and spread their legs for a dark skinned guy. Okay. Then they're a baby mama. And then now they're pro mixed. Okay. I get it. But like for you guys, you men, see like Drake's or Steph Curry's or the rest of you guys or J. Cole, whatever sphere of entertainment or influence you're in. See, they want you for eternity to prove to them your like loyalty. You notice the funny part about this? They don't have to prove to you shit. They don't have to prove nothing to you. They can be a scumbag, a degenerate piece of crap. They don't have to prove nothing to mulattoes. But you mulattoes got to prove to them for what? What do you get out of it? They're not paying you. That's the thing that gets to me is they need to pay. They owe you. They got to open up their pockets, their wallet, and pay you the same way they pay all these Chinese getting rich, getting wealthy. They have all this money for Arabs and Chinese that come to United States of America and get fucking rich off these former slaves. They open up shop in their community. They give them all their money. They can get, but they're not going to give none of that money to mulattoes. They got you mulattoes fucked up in the game. You guys are emptying out your wallets to help them out. You feel sorry for them. Aw, how pathetic.
Are you black all the time, or are you black some of the time? Because if you are only black some of the time, I'm here to tell you you're not black any of the time. You got to pick a side and stay on it, my brother.
Remember that? You got to pick a side. This is your enemy. Pick a side. You got to be with us, the blacks, or be with the whites. Remember, he works for the whites. He's doing business with the whites. He's opening up a school. He has all these white contractors, white real estate agents, all that. Like this is how these people operate. They have their side deals and businesses with whites, but when they talk to mulattoes, they want to try to punk you. They're trying to this binary nature. You need to pick a side, the whites or the blacks. I'm taking the best deal out here, and I'm making sure you people you pay me. And you try, like I said, they hate me. They don't like me. People are making conspiracies about me, a lot of stuff. They're trying to say that I'm like an agent, a federal agent or some shit. That he's like a fed or some or agent. I wish I was getting money. Because trust me, I'd have a larger file portfolio on all of you savages. Some of you people who've took a little too far, trust me, I've got files on you. But They're trying to say that I'm like a Fed or something. It's crazy. The conspiracy is like my whole thing is look, they owe you. Okay. He's out here trying to act like they owe you. They owe you. This it makes no sense as a man to deal with an individual who wants to pull this game. You got to prove and you need to pick a side. Like, what? You owe me. You got to pay me money, boy. That's how this works. It's 2025. This ain't the 1980s. He's still pushing this rhetoric from back in the day. Back in the dizzy, back in the day, like what, in the 1990s or 1980s or something. Like this shit would have worked back then. But today, with the proliferation of the internet and social media, 2025, bro, you fucking owe me money, ho. I got my Cash App. You can Cash App me. You can do all that. You can pay me. I don't owe you shit. And I'm not gonna prove nothing to you. You can spread your lies and conspiracies. I sit here like, what? I'm just it's insane how the mulattoes who fall for this shit. Damn. Shout out to you guys for hitting the like button. I see I got a bunch of likes, a bunch of you guys listening, tuning in. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys. I kind of, like I said, I just jump up here, didn't really kind of give notice. One aspect of my kind of social media game, my promotional aspect is not the best. I don't really promote as much as I could, but I'm having fun with this. Like I thought about this the other day when I was like writing notes and stuff and journaling. When I met up with Afro P and Monica in London back in 2023, so a couple years ago this summer, and we were talking, chatting. I told her like I'm basically kind of living my dream. Everything I set out and envisioned for myself, I'm doing this. Like I told her like my whole objective is to connect with other mulattoes, and I'm doing this. Like that was my whole goal. Like with starting a channel, a YouTube channel, putting out videos, is I want to connect with other mulattoes. I want to create a space where mulattoes are comfortable being themselves and having these conversations. And like so like that's what motivates me. Like when I see you guys in the chat and you guys who support the content, you guys hit the like button and put comments and stuff like that. Like that's really, this is what it's all about. I appreciate that.
You got to pick a side and stay on it. And I'm not accusing my brother Drake of anything. I'm not accusing my brother Drake of anything.
He's trying to give him an ultimatum. Drake, you need to pick us. Because with them, it's like you basically have to choose them or you're their enemy. I'm like, okay, well, you're the enemy. Like, if you're not paying me, I'm not even going to be talking to you at this point. And the pussy ass mulattoes who fall in line and believe your little false allegations and shit, they can stay the hell over there. They're not going to come back over here. I won't let them. That's they position this ultimatum as if they're an authority figure. You need to pick a side. I'm not accusing you of nothing, but you need to pick a no. I'm not picking a losing team. Sorry.
I'm not accusing my brother Drake of anything. I'm simply asking my brother to clarify. Do you identify as black first? Or are you mixed race first? Or are you Jewish first? I just need.
You see that? Oh, you mixed race first. You're not black first. He's a mixed race man. He's a proud mixed race man. Drizzy is a proud mixed race man. You guys want to see the proof? Let me share the proof that your boy Drizzy is a proud mixed race man.
I'm up here to just talk to all the kids that are watching this, that are aspiring to do music, all my peers that make music from their heart.
Now, this is his Grammy acceptance speech. I didn't really document the year. I just clipped this speech. But I don't know when the hell, and he's going to talk about it in the video. Like the Grammys has been irrelevant for years, guys. Not even in hip hop, because like I said, I'm very eclectic. With the intro music I played for this live stream, I played some metal shit from Brazil. Like I'm very eclectic. I love music. I play the guitar. I play djembe drums. I have a keyboard, so I love music. But so I'm not just like some just random, just kind of mono, cultural kind of hip hop guy from the community or whatever. But I've already knew that the Grammys is not a metric to measure like real or the best music. It's not. Like it's a select few who choose who gets you. That's all the same thing with the Academy Awards, which I've worked. I've worked the Academy Awards a couple years. It was a really good gig. I enjoyed it. Being in that environment with like high profile people. I worked out there in Hollywood a couple years. I got that gig doing like private security, had special security clearance. It was a good experience. It's a good experience. I've done a lot of I've seen Drake live. I've seen The Weeknd. I've seen a lot of these artists, you know, working out there in California. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but let me play this clip here because yeah, the Grammys, like the credibility of Grammys to me, I've never seen it as like the main metric of excellence in that endeavor. It's always been some kind of bought and paid for basically an exclusive club, so to speak. The overlords, the guardians of the industry, they pick and choose who gets to be propped up and shit. When I was a kid in the 90s, I remember Carlos Santana won like he was like a or he was a Grammy award winner, but also a Guinness book of awards like winner for like the most Grammys in one night. I believe Carlos Santana won like 6 Grammys or something. Let me do a little Google search. Guinness book record for Grammys. I think it was Carlos Santana. It says won best dance. I don't know who is it 2022. No, I don't see it. 26, 27 Grammys. That's a lot. Chick Corea's Jazz, 28 Grammys. Let me see what Grammys in a night. Let me do this search. Let's see who pops up. It was Michael Jackson, actually. It says right here in 1984, he won 8 awards, 8 Grammys. But Carlos Santana won a ton of Grammys when I was a kid in the 90s, one night. And that was a big deal. Apologize if I'm kind of like long-winded, guys. I'm just doing a little search. It was February 23rd, 2000. He won 8 Grammys at the 42nd annual Grammys. It was Supernatural. This tied Michael Jackson's record for the most Grammys won in a night. So it's tied. It's tied with Carlos Santana and Michael Jackson. See, I remember that the Carlos Santana. And to me, as a kid, this was 2000s. I was a kid, year 2000. I was like, it kind of made sense, man. Carlos Santana, like his collaboration, it was Supernatural. He did with the guy from, I think it was Matchbox 20. The guy's sick. He played the guitar. He had that song. I think it was called Smooth or something like that. That song, I think that's what it's called, Smooth. Yeah. Santana's first win in his category as a Hispanic artist for Smooth with Rob Thomas, who was like Matchbox 20. I remember all that. So that was, to me, it was kind of a big deal and it was earned. When Carlos Santana is a good shredder, he's a good plays a guitar. I'm a guitarist, so like I said, I respect and appreciate musicians. So to me, that was like, okay, it made sense. People are respecting, appreciating. But even then, as kind of a youngster, I realized, well, it's kind of more in the poppy realm. It's, it's pop song and stuff like that. I get it, but he still deserves it. But 2025 today, what we see with this Drake shit and Kendrick, I'm like, what? How does Kendrick deserve an award spreading false allegations on a man to try to destroy a man's career and credibility? And it didn't work. That's the thing. The public is sitting there like, bro, you got to have actual receipts. You can't have this fake ass Photoshop shit. Oh, we got the receipt. Okay. The public is not fucking with you. You trolls, they're not messing with you. Let's finish off this Drake's acceptance speech.
Art that do things pure and tell the truth. I want to let you know we play in an opinion-based sport. not a factual based sport. So it's not the NBA where at the end of the year you're holding a trophy because you made the right decisions or won the
It's an opinion based sport. It's not a factual sport. He's saying like NBA because he's a big NBA guy, right? So it's not about points, measuring points and numbers. He's saying it's an opinion based sport, talking about the music industry.
games. This is a business where sometimes it's up to a bunch of people that might not understand what a mixed race kid from Canada has to say or
You guys just heard that. I'm going to rewind it. He publicly told you guys, all you mulattoes listening, he publicly told you he identifies as mixed race. He said a lot of people who might not understand what a mixed race kid from Canada has to say. Listen closely.
bunch of people that might not understand, what a mixed race kid from Canada has to say or
You guys hear that? So he identifies as one of us. Says a mixed race kid from Canada. He didn't say a black kid from Canada because he's not a black. He has a white mom. Blacks don't have white moms. Okay. He said he's a mixed race kid. And he's connected to the African American culture because his father. You guys hear that, right?
or a fly Spanish girl from New York or anybody else, or a brother from Houston right there, my brother Travis. But
He's talking about a fly Spanish chick from New York. The Latinas, they love him. Like, how do I want to say this? Like, you get so much tail. If you're a mulatto guy, like, you're going to get so much tail from the Latinas. They're going to naturally like you. They're going to gravitate towards you. And that's the thing. And then he called out his brother. He said from Houston or whatever. I don't know who that cat was, but like he's very palatable. A lot of people like him. A lot of people fuck with him. They like him. So, and the dark skin community is trying to make it seem like, well, he grew up in a Jewish community. He's not down with the struggle, and it's mainly white people that like him in the Jewish community. But clearly, a lot of black people like him. A lot of the fly Spanish gals and guys and from New York or wherever they're from, where I'm from, California, they like him, right? People like him. And like they try so hard to break this guy down, but the public speaks, the numbers show it. People like him.
look, the point is, you've already won if you have people who are singing your songs word for word, if you're a hero in your hometown. If there's people.
You got another mulatto there, Tracy Ellis Ross. You guys see that? In the green, some mulatto right there. Tracy Ellis Ross.
If there's people who have regular jobs who are coming out in the rain, in the snow, spending their hard-earned money to buy tickets to come to your shows, you don't need this right here. I promise you. You already won.
You guys see that? He basically shit on the Grammys. He's saying if people are spending their hard-earned cash in the rain or the snow, spending all their money to see you at a concert, you don't need this right here. He's holding the Grammy. Isn't that supposed to be the highest award? That little Kendrick is all smiling. I'm talking shit about a mulatto man, a biracial man, and I got all these awards. My white massa gave me awards. Little Kendrick, little leprechaun, right? But Drake is sitting here with his one award. Like, you don't need this right here. You got people that are going to pay their hard-earned money to see you at a concert, that they're going to support you. You already won. The award means nothing. So Drake has always been, his position. The Grammys ain't shit. You don't need the Grammys. The Grammys need you. It's the industry. And Kendrick Lamar is an industry plant set out to destroy the credibility of this mulatto man, Drake. And of course, people will say, Mulatto Vanguard, he's a conspiracy theorist. I mean, you proved me wrong, ho. All your false allegations and why don't you prove me wrong? Where's the evidence and receipts that what I'm saying is not factual? And didn't Drake? I just gave out Grammys on my Instagram. Like, he's been talking shit about the Grammys for a decade. For 10 years, I said that track was released 2015, 10 years ago. He's like, it's just irrelevant. I don't give a damn about the Grammys. That ain't shit. So you see how they're giving Kendrick 5 fucking Grammys to talk shit about Drake. And Drake is like, I don't need you hoes. I'm already better than all of you. You guys, you can't make this shit up. What else do I got right here? I'm not gonna keep you guys here forever. I gotta keep shit moving and appreciate you guys being here. Guys, hit the like button. I see a lot of you guys up in here. Want to see some more likes. So hit the like button. All right. See the comment here says this is also manufactured. The industry wanted to take down Drake so bad that they have to all pretend to like a bad song, right? Like not like us. They all have to pretend to like the song to take him down. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just one I got right there, and I got another one. I mean, I got a bunch. I didn't really organize so thoroughly, but like I said, I'll make this kind of like a part two, whatever. This is part one, do a part two, whatever. The guy here, he is a pawn in the game, much bigger than him. He's talking about Kendrick. Funny thing is, he might now be aware, but a lot of other people around him are gifting him 5 Grammys to spit on another man who is bigger than him won't change a thing. He will always be playing catch up and second best to the other nigga. That's all it is. They can prop you up right now and give you some Grammys, but you're always gonna be second best to that cat. He needed to use him for relevancy. It's very sad because Kendrick already had a name for himself. He already had a couple tracks, he had a few tracks. When I look at Drake's catalog, he just has way more hits. His songs are better and his collabs are better versus Kendrick. On one hand, I can name Kendrick tracks that were decent. Humble, Mad City, um, the Black Panther feature he had. I forgot the name of the song. And then he's probably got a couple more. Like I said, on one hand, I can name some Kendrick tracks that like he already had a name for himself. But to attack this mulatto man because you're jealous of him because he got a mixed race baby mama and you want to prove to all the whites that you're better than the mulatto man. That's all it is. Like all it is the dark skinned community, and they're standing behind Kendrick to prove to mulattoes that they're more presentable and they're more respectable to mulattoes. They're trying to prove to white people. That's all it is with Kendrick. That's why he needs all these awards from the Grammys and the Pulitzer Awards and all this crap. He needs white people's approval to show I'm better than Drake. I'm better than him. See, white people like me. That's all that shit is. That's all it is. And I've seen it at the micro level and whatever sphere of influence you're in, this is what it is. Saw this comment here over on X. Rap student puts, we never gave a F about the biracial Canadian 40-year-old nail painting man you're on here worshiping. This culture belongs to us American black people. And Kendrick will forever be celebrated by us, not some zesty Canadian man that has nothing to do with us. We never claimed him. See that? For all you biracials caping for the community, and this guy sitting there telling you, you know, you're a biracial from Canada. You're not American. And you got dumbass biracial Americans like, you know, oh man, I'm down with Kendrick, man, because it's from the hood, the community. It's like, man, once you get the Drake treatment, man, I'm gonna be sitting here laughing. Trust me, I'm sitting back here. I'm gonna be laughing. I see you guys. You guys think that you're down with the community. Once they turn on your ass, and I seen that with like Amanda Seales. I never made a comment or any commentary or videos. Amanda Seales is like a non-factor. It's like, what's the point? Making a video on her. She's so loud, and because she's light skinned. The light skins are the loudest and most annoying. They have to be because they got to prove to the dark skins they're a part of their group. You see Amanda Seales, like, yeah, and then black people turn on her ass. Of course. You all get it eventually. It just depends on when. You're all gonna get it. All you little light skinned saviors who think you're a part of the dark skinned community, you're all gonna get it eventually. Ice Spice, Cardi B, and Big Lotto, and Drake, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. It never ends. Steph Curry, all of you, it never ends. Eventually, they will turn to you and they will try to check you and they will try to humble you. So to me, I see that like Amanda Seales, it's just whatever. Like you guys are always the loudest ones, man, trying to prove to them that you're a part of their group. And they laugh at your ass and you look stupid, especially a guy like me. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm not out here trying to prove to them anything. I already know these are not my people. Okay, I'm the bad guy. Okay, well, at least come with some facts. You spreading lies and fake shit. You look fucking dumb out here. Put here, he is a pawn in a game much bigger than him. He's talking about K Dork. K Dork is nothing but a pawn, right? Funny thing is, he might now be aware, but a lot of other people around him are. Gifting him 5 Grammys to spit on another man who's bigger than him won't change. I think I just read this shit. Catch it. I'm tripping, guys. Let me just it's late at night and I am tripping. I forgot to delete some of these tabs I got up here. Apologize for that, guys. A little sloppy this evening, but it's okay. Course correct. We got DJ Vlad. He's a DJ in the house. What does DJ Vlad have to say? Let me just kind of zoom into this and see what he has. What does he got to say? This year, Drake was nominated for 4 Grammys and won 0. Kendrick was nominated for 7 Grammys and won 5. Drake has 5 total Grammys. Kendrick has 20. Drake is the second most streamed artist on Spotify after Taylor Swift. Kendrick is 21st after Juice WRLD, who died 5 years ago. It's fair to say that the Grammy committee likes Kendrick way more than Drake. The people worldwide like Drake way more than Kendrick. Exactly. It's only the hood boogers and the people in the community, the hood, that really like Kendrick because he's a pro dark skin. That's really all it is. Like, being black in America, it's pro dark skin. It's only the light skinned women they bastardize to try to be a part of their group, or the mixed women, whatever. But in the light skinned guys who, like, they have to get a black woman to prove to be absorbed in the community, to be accepted. If he's a light skinned guy, he's got a light skinned female. Do they still consider them black? I mean, you guys tell me. Because that's pretty much what I'm seeing. Like, I look at this ad. And DJ Vlad, I mean, they allow this guy to be here. All these dark skinned guys who go on his YouTube channel because he's a massa. I mean, what do you guys expect? Like Kendrick, who's getting all these awards from the Grammys and shit. This is it. Like, it's just the mulattoes haven't figured it out yet. That this is that whole situation here. They look to whites for the validation. Talking about the dark skins, the Bantus. They look for whites for validation, and they use the mulattoes to get validation from whites. But once you get too much shine, they want to try to humble you. And DJ Vlad, and people will make the connection. Oh, well, Drake's Jewish and DJ Vlad is Jewish, and they'll make those conspiracies, which is fair, and I get it, okay. But see, what they don't want to do is make the connection between the dark skin, the pro dark skins, and the other pro dark skins. See, according to them, that's too far. See, they'll push the Jewish conspiracies. Oh, well, he's a Jew helping out another Jew. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it. They talk about it, the tribe. Drake's half Jewish. DJ Vlad here, he's Jewish. And the blacks, the dark skins, they'll say that. They'll be like, oh, well, he's Jewish and they're Jewish. And no, so they're sticking up for each other. Okay, that's cool. But what about the dark skins who are sticking up for the other dark skins? See, they don't want to go there and talk about that. Oh, you're a colorist. You're a racist. You see how they play that game with you people? And you pussy ass fucking mulattoes play along with them. You allow them to do that because you don't want to be called a racist by them. But they'll make all the anti-Semitic, anti-Jewish conspiracies about Drake and other Jewish people who support him. They'll all these dark skins. They'll make those connections, all these anti-Semitic connections. That's perfectly okay. But as soon as you make the connection about this dark skin who's sticking up for another dark skin, all of a sudden you're colorist and anti-black. You mulattoes, you better wake up and smell the fucking coffee. Let me continue on. Let's see what the next one we got here. I got a kick out of that when I saw that. I saw some commentary. I was like, psh. All this stuff is out here. This is all out here. And we got Kanye West. I think they banned his account on X. I think they banned him. But he was talking a lot of shit over on X. And he puts here I don't know. I don't have the timestamp, the date when he put this, probably a week ago. I kind of collected some of this stuff. He put, if it's about the culture, why are we letting Taylor Swift be seen on TV singing a song about taking a black man down and accusing of things that can take a black man down for life? So again, we find a lot of people who are sticking up for Drake, a lot of black men, black males who are sticking up for Drake. They're also kind of one-dropping him, right? And saying, well, he's a black man. When Drake publicly, you saw at the Grammy, he was saying that he's mixed race, right? So, but you'll still find people who are going to say he's a black man. Okay. That's why we got to kind of be firm in our position over here and let people know it's a new day. And we need people like Drake and these other celebrities to be firm about that. Someone mentioned me as well, as I think it was MLS people should date each other. He mentioned me on TikTok about how Trump called Tiger Woods black. When it's like, well, Tiger Woods is like Blasian, right? Calblanasian. So, and I was talking to Emily behind the scenes too, where it's like, you even got people like Sage Steele, even Amala. One moment they'll say that they're biracial, but they'll turn around and be like the token black for white conservatives. So we got to kind of call people out like that, where it's like, why are you guys trying to play both sides? Like, just be proud to be mixed. Whatever like title if you want to use, Calblanasian or biracial, whatever, like just be that. Why are you switching back up and trying to be like a black kind of conservative representative in this dumb shit? So we see that. It's on us. Like we gotta, that's the whole thing with the mulatto, where I go to other spaces and other channels and TikTok or YouTube, whatever, and I put a little comment in and people read my comment and they address me my title saying mulatto. Like it's just becoming more public and more widely used now. I'm destigmatizing the word mulatto. That's the whole point with the whole branding. The public is being destigmatized. Like, it's not a bad word. I had some dummy idiot on TikTok. You'll find it a lot on TikTok. Well, it's a bad word. Let me research that word. It's not a good word. Okay, well, whatever. Go tell your mama. I don't give a shit. Go tell the blacks. Go cry and whine to your white master. I don't give a fuck. Mulatto, like, we're not going anywhere. We're growing. That's the thing. The consciousness is growing. And so let me continue on with this. Puts, why are we letting Taylor Swift be seen on TV, right? And he kind of one drops Drake. He puts, Kendrick is being used by these white people and Jews, which Jews are white. Okay. They're not black. They're white. And so am I. He's saying, so is he. He's being used. As I tweet in code words and kiss Elon's ass and beg him to not cancel my account. I think they ended up canceling his account anyways. This is Kanye West, man. It's crazy. But what I wanted to highlight is even him, who's very successful, multi-millionaire. I think he's already a billionaire at this point. What's a net worth? I researched it a while ago. Didn't he run for president or some shit? Kanye West. Let me look at this guy's net worth. Because this guy is like, He's already worth like $2 billion, or at least 2 billion bucks. Yeah, 2 billion. I was right. $2.08 billion, and that's just reported net worth. So he's a fucking billionaire. He's got a lot of money. And like he's talking about how Kendrick is being used by these white people. He's spot on. And they end up deleting his account because he's talking shit about Jews. Okay. If you want your accounts deleted, you want to be blacklisted and all this stuff. Yeah, you talk shit about them, they're going to get rid of you. They're going to get you up out of here. You see, what I'm trying to tell mulattoes is you notice how all these people talk shit about you and nothing happens? You notice that? The blacks, Afrocentrics, even these white nationalists, all these other people, they talk shit about mulattoes, spread conspiracies about you, false allegations. What they're doing to Drake, they're doing that to me. They're going to do that to any of you. And what? Nothing happens. Nobody says nothing. But if they did the same thing to some Jewish guy, they'd fucking pull their claw. Like, they'd get him up out of here real quick. So it's interesting. You guys, my audience, you guys better take notes. You guys know where to find me. You know how to contact me. You guys got to take some notes on this. So I saw this. Yeah. And like I said, shout out to Kanye for this. I'm not a big fan of his music or his rhetoric at all, or like the anti-Jewish shit. I don't support any of that crap. But the fact he calling a spade, or how Kendrick is being used, he's a tool. He's a puppet. He's a tool for basically for white people, for Anglos, to attack a mulatto man that they can't control. And that's always been the case. We see that in real time now. They're always going to use, they're going to use one of these darker skinned Bantus who's inherently jealous of mulatto men. They're going to use them to attack mulatto men. But you can't say that, mulatto vanguard, because you'll be a colorist and a racist. But yet they can talk shit about you, calling you weak and light skinned and all. To me, like, I laugh at it because I get it. A lot of these mulattoes, man, they're just punks, the Bantus. I don't, that's it. There's no other way to slice and dice it. They're just punks, the Bantus, and I'm the bad guy out here because calling it the way I see it personally. This is how I see it. People can't tell me otherwise. They just have ad hominems and just little dumb retarded memes. Like, it's so childish and pathetic. It's like, it's ridiculous. So another comment here, someone puts laugh my ass off, girl, he earned that alone. Drake had ghostwriters. They're saying he's not authentic. He's not writing his own music. Only Lil Kenny is, with his collab with Taylor Swift. He's the only one writing his music. And use them. We don't care about biracial. Only blacks, that's our problem, are more about them half breeds than full breeds. LML. You see that? You guys see that? The clear anti-mulatto rhetoric you're seeing from dark-skinned community. When they see a dark-skinned person that's sticking up for Drake and saying, hey, wait a second, this Drake slander is going a little too far. You're accusing him of shit to try to destroy his reputation. And then you got these capers, these Afrocentric capers that are like, we don't care about that biracial. You care more about them half breeds. And it's like, this is what we see out here. But the mulattoes are not supposed to talk about this. No, because if you talk about it, you'll be casted as anti-black. And the biracial baby mamas, the dark-skinned black boys are going to put a battery in their back to attack you, mulatto vanguard, because you're anti-black. You're a white supremacist. You're calling this out, mulatto vanguard. Don't you know? The biracial baby mamas and their dark-skinned baby daddy, they're going to attack you, mulatto vanguard. The funny thing is, they all listen to me. That's the funny shit. I'm like, and I got the haters listen to me for sure. They got stalkers and trolls and fucking catfishers and shit who listen to me. But even like the biracial baby mamas, like, they still fucking listen to me. It's like, okay, they still listen to me. It's hilarious, man. It's like, but can you tell me what I'm saying is not true? Can you do that? What I'm saying, is it not true, or am I giving accurate information out here? Seems to me, let's see what else we got. What am I over an hour and a half? Okay, let me check out some of her comments and then kind of move on. I think I'm gonna do a part two or whatever. I just want to come up here and talk with you guys. See what you're doing. You put yeah, and the one drop rule. Shout out to you, Val. Yeah, I don't forgive them at all. They fucked up. And like they do the worst to you, the false allegations, the slander. And it's like, bro, I don't, the whole point is to get away from them. To get away from them. That's the whole thing. To get away from them. They're, and it's like, and they still follow you. For especially a guy like me, you know. You're a dude. I know you're a dude. I'm a dude. So we got the fruitcakes who follow us and shit. And it's really fucking weird, man. This social media stuff is bizarre. They'll do anything to be accepted by their massa. Exactly. Yeah. And their pathway to that is to hate on a mulatto man. The current moment we see with this whole Drake and Kendrick fiasco, if they hate on a mulatto man, the white massa is going to pat him on the back. That's it. I saw a quote. Oh, I think I read this. Yeah, already. Shout out to you, DC. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's so black. That's all it's a gimmick. He's a gimmick. He's so black. He's blacker than Drake. Yeah, we get it. Everyone's blacker than Drake. But you're not better than him. That's why they're fucking hating. Because being blacker than him, that's not a flex. They only can flex that shit on these confused biracials who want to act black. Or they call themselves a black biracial. I'm a black biracial. You see these fucking idiots? They can only pull that shit with them. Most people only know of Kendrick because, yeah, his beef with Drake. I think I checked this comment out too. Yeah, one hit wonder. Yeah. Shout out to you, Renata. Yep. Mulatto rights activist in the house. Kendrick couldn't get his desperately desired neck weird audience. All of right wing X were clowning him. The blacks absolutely lost it. Oh well, y'all not cult Chad, but beware. Yeah, they were. Yeah, I know. And because there's a shift as well, because a lot of the whites were attacking Kendrick with the Super Bowl. They saw his anti-Christ rhetoric and his basically with the crown horns and the blood dripping and all this weird shit with Ken, because he's like a Hebrew Israelite guy, right? So just blasphemy. They saw him. So all the whites, they were like clowning Kendrick. And so a lot of blacks saw that. They're like, oh shit, let me, I got to be in good standing with my massa. So let me, I see this shift going on right now. That's how it is. When the whites congratulate and support the shit talking, then all the blacks are gonna be cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not saying all. I'm not an absolutist, guys, but I'm saying I generally am generally speaking. That's what I see. Like you see Amala. I shared a clip. I can pull it up right now. And her audience is nothing but whites. She's fucking half white. She's a mulatto, and it's like her audience is all white. And she's in this restaurant with all whites watching the Super Bowl, talking shit about Drake. Like, bitch, are you fucking serious, man? You're gonna do this right now? Talking shit about this man? Really? And you look, even like the clip I pulled from her story is on her story, Instagram. Everyone in the audience is just white. And she's the only one looking like a dumb monkey dancing to the song. It's really pathetic. And the title here she puts here is, "We had to make sure Drake could hear us." She had to make sure Drake could hear us talking shit about a mulatto man in front of all these whites. You guys see this? You and I pause. You can pause the clip in whatever bar or restaurant they're in. It's all white people, bro. It's all whites. And she's the one mulatto there. So I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. I had to unfollow this dummy. This is fucking disgusting, man. And her audience is all white boys and the right wing conservative. This is pathetic, man. We see this crap. You think you're going to clown this man and talk shit about him for clout? Not even trying to get brownie points from blacks, but from whites now. But once the whites start turning on him, as they did after the Super Bowl, You'll find out. You'll see how she switches her rhetoric. Now she's gonna start to talk shit about Kendrick. You fake ass motherfuckers, man. These social media cats, man. You people are fake. I'm a social media dude, but I mean, to me, I don't know. Can you guys tell me where I flipped on any subject? With this Drake shit, man, I'm standing 10 toes down. If you guys can prove to me without a shadow of a doubt that Drake is inappropriate or the allegations against him are true, if you guys can prove to me, I'm going to retract my defense for him and all this stuff. But you guys can't prove it. It's all this fake allegation shit, false narratives, ad hominem attacks, and all this anti mulatto shit. I'm like, bro, that's not going to work with us over here, not the audience over here. You can do that dumb shit in some troll sector or some black female space, lipstick alley. The rest of the black trolls and catfishers, go pull that shit over there. But over here, no. No. We got professors, business, military personnel over here. Nah, we're not doing that. Dr. Umar never questions whether a biracial woman is a member of the black community. Of course, because he's a dark skinned Bantu. Like he's always going to try to claim the women is that's what I'm saying. Like, and a lot of these women who are, biracial baby mamas, they're probably listening right now. They tune in. They're hate watchers and they still listen. It's like, well, their pathway to blackness is by getting a black male. So the black males will never question a biracial woman's blackness. No, because they want to bastardize her, right? It's only the males they question. That I'm trying to get people to see that. Yeah, and you see that. You already know what's up. Dr. Umar uses the legacy of a mulatto American, Frederick Douglass, to promote his Afrocentric school. Exactly. Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey Academy. Get them cash apps up, right? Support his scamming enterprise. I'm tired of him claiming, yeah, he claims the mulatto man, of course, but all of them do. He wants to challenge Drake, a mulatto man. Are you a black man? Do you identify with us? You do identify as mixed race, right? The same Bantu, Dr. Umar, but he'll claim Frederick Douglass, right? Typical of them. When a mulatto identity starts to gain traction and go mainstream, history will be redefined massively. A lot of quote unquote black figures won't be considered quote unquote black anymore. It's already happening right now. You can say it's not mainstream, but people are tuning in, listening, and they're telling a friend, and their friend is telling a friend. They're sharing my streams. I got people in South Africa sharing my streams, people in Brazil sharing my streams, Dominican Republic sharing my streams, people in the UK sharing my streams, people in Canada. Like, so yeah, mainstream, depending on how you're kind of how you look at it, but it's like, people are the message is getting out. The message is getting out, like, and the cat's out the bag. See, that's why a guy like me will get a ton of hate because I'm public. My face is all on this brand, this social media. So they're really gonna go after me to try to discredit me, try to tarnish my reputation with false allegations. They really want to get me up out of here because you guys are waking up. You guys realize this mulatto consciousness is growing and they're not going to stop it. If it's not me, if I just sit in the background and do my other shit, I got other business, I got other stuff I can do. Like my whole goal, I want other people to come up here and talk. But currently, as it is right now, I'm the only guy. I don't see anybody else out here pushing this. Where's Caesar Cannon at? The golden sphere, the golden brothers and sisters, golden. Where's Caesar Cannon at? Is he pushing this stuff? No. No, he's hiding in the background, of course. When you're the guy, the top guy, and your voice, your face is out here, people are going to hate on you. You're public enemy number one. They want to keep you guys, I'm talking to the mulattoes, as a subordinate class serving the dark skinned community. Period. So a guy like me who's telling you, you have an option. You don't have to serve them. They actually owe you. You need to make sure you get something from them if you deal with them. So you're a guy like me. I'm the public enemy number one for them. Remember, they get their services, their support from the white community. Standing alone, they're nobody. Lipstick Alley or subreddit or whatever, little troll pages. They don't run shit. in society. They all work for their white massa. They got to go through whites if they want to get shit done. Even their attorneys, yes. Okay. Even their, they got to go through whites if they want to get shit done. So on their own as a community, they're not running shit. So you're damn right. When they see a mulatto guy up here talking this, they're not too happy about that. Umar insulted Sebi for seeing a white man in the mirror. His alibi was being drunk, which only boldens you. And OFC, he was accused. Many excuses could get these savages past a trial. They always want you to not to deny your white parent or heritage. What benefit does it offer us? Nothing. You get nothing out of the whole ordeal. Sad part. Have you noticed that they try to grandfather in Southern Europeans into blackness like Italians? Yeah. Yeah. It works in the reverse as well. The Aryans, the Nordic Aryans and Anglo-Saxons are trying to grandfather Hispanics and Arabs into whiteness. They need the numbers. It's a numbers game for the mixed people who don't get it. Now I see like the larger populations, you have mulattoes and then we could say Hapas or Wasian. They use the term Wasian, which are white and Asian, and then black and white, African and European were very large populations globally. Western hemisphere, north and the eastern hemisphere. There's a lot of us. And their goal, because they know we're the future, but they're trying to maneuver us and trick us to kind of, position us into a side and to play their game and to be a feeder for them. My whole thing is, look, you guys have to develop your own consciousness. I love what I'm seeing, like with the Hopa's Issues Institute, or excuse me, the Hopa Issues Forum. And I see that, and I'm seeing Hopa's like I don't see a lot of Hopa pages on social media, but I do follow one on IG, and I love it. And I'm seeing like the Hopas who are like identifying as Hopa, connecting with Hopas. It is so beautiful. That inspires me as a mulatto man. I'm inspired because I'm like, yes, I want to see Blaxicans do the same thing. I want to see Blasians do the same thing. We could all be very good allies moving forward because, I like seeing that. They will say these people are black because they have some level of melanin. Yeah. Team Drake, shout out to you for Team Drizzy. Shout out to you, Jezzy Bell. Got a Louisiana Creole in the house. I love seeing on another note, I love seeing the Creole pages pop up. Obviously, you, Creole Lady Marmalade. I love seeing Creole people represent as well. It's very good. I want to see more Creole pages, Creole content. It's really good to see. And he put, people said Drake is acting like a Karen white boy with the lawsuit, but if Ross and them want to call him a white boy, he should use his whiteness back against them. Yeah. Yeah. That shit's funny. Yeah. Rick Ross is calling him a white boy, but Rick Ross was at like Trump's inauguration and shit. I'm telling you, man, these spineless roaches, man, like they'll flip on any second, man. Like Snoop Dogg was like hating on Donald Trump, but then he's at his inauguration. Yeah, and then Rick Ross is like getting paid off. The dude's like a correctional officer talking crap, saying, "You're a white boy. You're just trying to sue them with lawsuits. You're a Karen. You're trying to destroy your character." Fuck, I notified all the authorities, everything. Shit, I keep all the screenshots and video recordings, everything that's said about me. I keep a file on all that shit. And I love the fact that Drake's doing that as well. Make sure you get money from them. They got to pay you. They got to give you something. The same people clowning Drake for considering a lawsuit would not tolerate being falsely accused of something as serious as PDFing. Exactly. Exactly. It's up to the public to use discernment. That's the key thing. Where it's like in today's day and age, you got to know with social media, with catfishing, photoshops, fake receipts. Anybody can spread in the false narrative and false allegations in this ultimate character assassination. It's up to the public. I have faith in the public. I know the public. Look, you guys are smart enough to use discernment. You know, like you got to have actual verified receipts and links. If people are just talking shit and spreading false information, you got to be able to verify it. You can't just acknowledge some troll hiding behind an avatar, creating a fucking account. Anybody can create a YouTube channel or a Discord channel and try to catfish you, or Facebook or Instagram, whatever. Anybody can create a fake account. You got to verify it if it's accurate. And I have faith in the public. I know a lot of you guys are smart. I have people behind the scenes who message me and stuff. Like, I have faith in you guys. You guys have proper discernment, especially the mulattoes over here who've been following me for a minute since I kind of started, basically. Like, you look, I'm out here with my face out here. Like, people are gonna hate on me. They see you guys are engaged in a conversation. You guys like the content. You guys are commenting. You're moving forward with the discussion. They're gonna try to bring us down. They want you guys to serve black people forever, to be a subordinate. Do you guys want to be your own people or not? I'm not special. I tell you guys, I am not fucking special. But I'm just one voice out here. I have the fucking balls to come up here and spread my message. That's it. I'm not special at all. I'm not going to be underneath those people. They were also happy that Mahomes didn't get the third. Yeah, exactly. They were happy. They were cheering on that Mahomes didn't win. Exactly. I shared that in my Discord. A couple like AI images that I saw. You guys probably seen those kind of images shared around where there's like an AI image of like Patrick Mahomes hugging up, crying on Drake. People are saying it's an L for light skins and Super Bowl. You guys saw that shit. I don't even have to share it with you guys here on YouTube. You guys already saw that. Yeah. They're saying Kendra is going to Toronto on tour, being a colonizer himself. If he has a problem with Toronto, then he shouldn't be collect the show cash. Exactly. It's all fake crap. Drake is justified in claiming anti-Semitism, and because his proximity to whiteness is why black men are claiming he's suing in the first place, aka calling him a Karen and soft. Yeah, you just gotta milk them for every coin they can give you. At this point, don't even engage. For me, I just block people. I love blocking people. Just block them. You can use them for content. Don't even acknowledge them, and just create a file on them. It's very easy. Shout out to you, Northern Lights. Northern Lights is in the house. Northern Lights. Let me give you a wrench, because I have you as a wrench. Have you as a moderator on my other channel. Let me make you a moderator over here. I'm going live here a lot more often. But shout out to you, Northern Lights. Appreciate you being here. Wonder how Kenny would feel if he would have made another Drake, aka Mulatto, with that Danish girl, right? That's how they are, man. They hate mulatto men, but they want to create mulatto. See, the thing is with like the pathology within the Bantu community is because the males, when they get with the white woman, they want to have mixed women. Or excuse me, let me rephrase that. When a dark-skinned male like a Kendrick, when he gets with the lights or a white woman, they want to have they're hoping that the children, their offspring, is mixed race female. They're not hoping that it's mixed race male. They hate mixed race males. They look at the mixed race male as their arch enemy, internal competitors. I'm not saying all, but it's very this whole Kendrick and Drake shit. That's all it is. And you people can come up in my comments and act stupid. You're talking to the wrong audience over here. We already know what time it is over here. Go somewhere else with the dumb shit. So that's the thing. They're hoping when the dark skinned male gets with the white woman and they start a family, they're hoping that it's a female, right? That's it. That's what it is. Like, yeah, because they look at the males as a competitor. They're not competing with white males. They're competing with mulatto males. Drake is getting his biracial wake up call, right? Amala looks kind of trashy because that's what I've been saying from the day one. And I mean, she is cute, man. You know, I love mulattoes. They're the preference. She is fucking cute. I like Amala. Aesthetically pleasing, her skin tone, her hair, everything, facial symmetry. Like she's very cute. Love mulattoes. You guys know me. They call me a simp. First they say I don't like mulattoes, then they say I'm a simp. It's like fucking which one is it, man? And, but yeah, that tattoo she's got on her arm, it's trashy. Man, I've been saying that for you probably heard that from me, DC. You probably heard that shit a couple years ago. I Ben said that. Like that tattoo is trashy. And for someone like her who's like elegant, and just very good looking and stuff, it's like, ugh. I mean, Renata puts here a BLM tattoo. Yeah, it's cringe, right? These whites have no problem supporting these pro blacks as long as they fall in line and do their bidding exactly. Basically, pets. They're pets. Pets to the Anglos. Exactly. And you're in South Africa, so you see it as well. Exactly. That's all it is. I don't think the audience in the Super Bowl would have liked Drake neither. You could be right, for sure. But Drake has more hits than Kendrick. But yeah, I mean, Drake is a pop star, and that's why Kendrick and his crowd hate him. He ain't rap, he pop. Well, he's both. He's pop and rap. He's bigger than all you people. That's why they hate him. But who else? Who else in the music genre would they play? Maybe Morgan Wallen. He's like a country pop star. Who else would appease the audience in the Super Bowl? What other artists right now? Not Madonna. You don't have Prince. You don't have Michael Jackson. You don't you don't. Who do you have? Your numbers. Like I'm trying to think of like what artist. Sabrina Carpenter. She needs a couple more years to kind of build her name. She's hot. She's been hot. 2024, right? Sabrina Carpenter kind of is on the scene now. She has a large fan base. She's growing. But like who else? Like Taylor Swift, or did Taylor Swift already play the Super Bowl? I don't know. I only watch fighting. Fighting, that's it. Men fucking killing each other. That's the only shit I watch. I don't watch NFL or basketball, or I don't care. I'm only talking about this because it's is regarding mulattoes. That's it. I'm gonna be real with you guys, okay? Nobody has ever come out with an accusation or charge against Drake. Yeah, all this fake shit. They're throwing everything out there, making up stuff. Meek Mill has was garbage against Drake though. Black Americans love telling mulattoes that they are missing out on a community, on acceptance. I know, I love that shit. You're missing out. We accept you. We'll punk you and we'll spit gum in your hair and tease you for being light skinned and tease you for being a half breed. You're missing out on. I love that shit. I know. Telling them that they missed out because they grew up with whites. Yeah, you missed out on eating the best food, traveling the world, learning another language, right? Getting, having good partners, friendships, and, romantic partners. Like, yeah, you missed out. You weren't with the bottom class in the hoods. You missed out. Fucking hilarious. Only suffering and poverty is waiting for in their community. Yeah, you already know what's up, Val. You know what's up. These pro wacks are in a war against the Latin community about their lineage. Yeah, they're not going to win against the Latin community. I've been in Italy multiple times. These Afrocentrics are always claiming that the Sicilians and ancient people of the Aegean, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Sea were originally black. Yeah, they're claiming everyone's originally black. Mulattoes always saving the day and risking their well-being for full black people. The results received are jealousy and hate due to their own personal obsession with whites. Yeah, all you get in return is jealousy and hate and envy. And I'm the bad guy for calling it out, but that's basically what it is. That's what you get. You want to be accepted. You want to be a baby mama, okay? And then what you get in return is hate and jealousy. And then you tune into my channel and you complain about my delivery. I'm not saying any of you guys in the chat right now. I'm just saying in general, I'm broadly speaking, because I know they're listening. I know the biracial baby mamas and the ops or whatever, they're listening, and they're like, they don't like the delivery, but it's like you wanted to fit in with them and they turned on you, but then like you don't have the smoke for them. Like you're looking at me like I'm the problem. It's like I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy, the fuckery that we see. So that's all I got right now. We got 2 hours deep into this. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. I'm going to be back with part 2. I got some more stuff I want to share with this Drake stuff. But tomorrow on my other channel, we're going to talk about Russell Vought in the Office of Business and Management and reinstituting mulatto on the United States Census and how we can advocate for that. Okay. So yeah, let me check out this last comment before I get up out of here. Don't let the FBA and Africans fool you. They are low-key jealous of light and mixed people. Yep, we all know that over here. Shout out to you guys. Love you guys. I'll talk to you next time. Pretty soon, actually. All right. So peace.